every single crypto could go to zero, okay? None of these are really have anything, okay? So here's the crypto space, and this is what we look at every single day, okay? And Bitcoin's actually trading a little bit lower than this, I think. So the big thing we look at here is how many cryptos there are, 1,440. This is probably the same as a couple days ago. And then we look at the market cap, okay? This market cap has gone from 830, remember, keep that 830 as your number, 830 to 420, okay? 830 to 415 is 50%. So if you started putting money in, and we've been teaching you guys cryptos since it was probably about a 250 billion market cap, right? So 215 billion market cap is probably where we started, maybe around 250. I don't know exactly where it was. So this is when we started to teach it to you, okay? And then it went up to 830. So it 4x across the board, and then it has now gone down by 50%, okay? So what to make out of this, okay? And let me just bring out a Word document to kind of explain how I view it, because I've been thinking about this a lot, okay? And I've been thinking about, you know, what I believe in and what I think. So let me bring up a Word document. Okay. So on a nutshell, okay, I will say over as many times as you want to hear, out of our four moderators, I know the least about cryptos. That's a fact, okay? But one thing, I don't know, debatable if I know the most or not. I know the most, whatever, I'll say I know a lot about supply and demand curves, okay, and trading, okay? I can trade anything. You know, you put me in a supply demand curve and you give me an unusual option to the activity scanner, I could trade widgets, okay? So I know a lot about trading. I know psychology, I know what happens, I know when to get in, when to get out, okay? We have gone from an 830 billion market cap to 420, okay? So you say to yourself, you know, if you had an account, you put $20,000, let's say you made an account, you had $5,000 in it, and it went to 25,000, okay? In theory, you 5x your money, but you never 5x your money until you actually sell everything you own. So that 25,000 probably would go down to 12,500. Okay. So one thing to understand in cryptos, guys, most cryptos do not have working blockchain technology. Okay. It's all about the future. What does this remind you? The internet bubble of 1999, okay? In 1999, when all these companies had future earnings, I had an interview with Thinkorswim TV yesterday. In 1999, all these companies were being valued on future earnings, okay? So future earnings they were being valued on. And a lot of them went to zero. The strong survived. But what you gotta understand is, I'm gonna tell you today, and I'm not a registered investment advisor, I cannot give recommendations or advice, okay? There's only two ways I think this outcome comes about. And what you guys gotta realize is this is not a one-day event. So yes, we've gotten absolutely smoked overnight. Bitcoin, as I watch the futures, trading 9,500, okay? There's two things that's gonna happen. Every crypto is going to zero, okay? And I don't believe that, but you gotta realize that, okay? If you buy Apple right now, there's probably less than 0.001% chance Apple goes to zero, okay? It's a company, it has earnings, it has employees, it has growth, it has profitability, it has cash, okay? There is 0% chance Apple goes to zero, okay? If Apple goes to zero, we're all shooting each other, robbing each other blind, okay? So you just gotta understand that. The cryptos are completely different, guys. Every single crypto could go to zero. And what percentage chance was it? If I look at a percentage chance, I would say 50. And that's just my opinion. Every time we give these presentations, guys, understand, I am not a registered investment advisor. I cannot give recommendations or advice. And number two, the crypto market cap, in my opinion, is going to minimum $2 trillion this year. Okay, so this is like kind of what I taught in the boot camp, and obviously the boot camp's a lot more elaborate and a lot more time. And so you look at it like this, okay? If you have $1,000, okay, and in we'll say 3 years, just to be accurate, okay? You have two choices in this world, and this reminds me of a question they would ask me when I was going through a clerk to trade program. So if I had $1,000 and in 3 years, someone said you're gonna have no money or you're gonna have $5,000, and there's a 50-50 chance of that happening, okay? Would you personally put money into that, okay? So these are your choices, okay? This is why I've been pounding the table for months about first of all, not going all in at any point in time, okay? Always having powder dry. And number two, not putting more than 2 to 10% of your net assets into it, okay? So this is how I look at cryptos, guys. And when something moves that much overnight, the fundamental story of cryptos did not change. We're selling off because there's rumors in China's exchange getting banned, or US government getting banned, or South Korea banning exchanges, okay? So if you had a choice, 1,000 or zero, it's going to 0 or 5,000, this is something you have to put money at work. So when we see today and the last 2 days price action, okay, what does it mean? Okay, it means, hey, maybe, possibly, we were wrong, okay? We were wrong, and you are witnessing one of the biggest pump and dumps in history, okay? Which I don't believe, okay? As I research this, as I go through more of the back end, when I realize what blockchain technology can do, how fast transactions can go, all the money from institutions getting shoveled into this, okay? Over the last 2 days, either we're watching one of the biggest pump and dump in history, okay? If cryptos go to zero, you guys will all be like telling your grandchildren, I remember taking courses on that. I remember buying cryptos. I remember AK saying it could all go to zero, because it could, guys, okay? So either A, we're watching the biggest pump and dump in history, which goes back to my philosophy that there's a 50% chance it goes to zero, or two, okay, today, or the last 2 days, okay, is a great, how many greats should I put in here? Great chance to buy some cryptos, okay? That's it, okay? There's no other way to explain it, okay? Cryptos, anything in this world is a supply-demand curve between buyers and sellers, okay? I was reading one of my mentor's books, Phil Towns, and he was talking about, in the long run, there's valuations, there's growth rates, there's earnings. In the long run, there is crypto technology that can change the world. But in the short term, it's a voting machine, okay? More aggressive buyers, price goes higher. More aggressive sellers, price goes lower. So what I've been doing, besides losing a lot of money, but this is paper gains, guys, I can show you my portfolio, I'm still up a lot of money, is I'm putting together a shopping list, okay? So you guys all gotta do this. You listen to me during the day, you listen to Mr. S during the day, you listen to Mark during the day, you listen to Jonathan during the day, you listen to, you also get the trade alerts. Put together a shopping list, because when we have this kind of sell-off that we had, everything goes down basically the same, okay? If you looked at how much the percentages go down, okay? Look at these. Is this not a little bit weird? Look at these. Okay, so Bitcoin's actually trading a little bit lower. 30%, 34, 30, 30, 30, 38, 37, 33, 36, 26. Okay? And they're all the same, guys. If you look at these numbers, they're all between 20 to 33%. Okay? So today is a day to put together a shopping list of things to purchase. Okay? And realize if you purchase today, it could go lower. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind that cryptos could go lower. But if you believe in technology, if you believe in the crypto space, we're gonna look back in probably a couple months and remember saying AK selling on January 17th, today is a great opportunity to start putting some positions on. If you have positions on, start adding to positions, okay? And my big thing, why I am so mad right now, is I have no money in cash for cryptos, okay? And this is the problem with trading cryptos, okay? If I wanted to put money into Thinkorswim, which is where I trade my equity options, I go to the bank, I get a wire transfer, and then I put money in. Boom, it can be there tomorrow. I have plenty of money, don't get me wrong. I have plenty of cash. I have plenty of cash for cryptos to buy them. Unfortunately, for me, it takes 3 to 5 days, okay? So what I mean is I don't have money for cash or that. When I go to my GDAX account, okay, I transferred money in yesterday. So when I go to GDAX, right now I don't have cash in here, okay? Plenty of cash in the bank account, but I don't have cash in here. So now this is gonna take me 3 to 5 days to transfer money in, minimum. And they're probably overloaded with people maybe want to put money in, okay? So this is the only thing that is frustrating to me. I have plenty of cash. I wish I could go put on probably $50,000 right now. I'd buy more H-share, I'd buy more, another trade alert that we sent out. I want to buy more, okay? But I can't get money in here for 3 to 5 days. So what I'm actually hoping, and I don't know what's gonna happen, is the market goes lower. I hope Bitcoin goes lower, okay? Because as we talked about, Bitcoin, just kind of think of this in your head, is the S&P 500 futures, okay? The rest is the market, okay? Bitcoin's always the driver. Bitcoin goes higher, all cryptos go higher. Bitcoin goes lower, all cryptos go lower. So what I did, which I messed up, I screwed up, and this, I will never allow this to happen again. I have to have cash, not in my bank account, guys, in GDAX, Gemini, Coinbase. So when we have opportunities like this, I can pull the trigger, okay? Which is so, so important. And I'm gonna bring up my portfolio here and kind of show you my portfolio. And I'm probably down close to like $40,000 in the last 2 days, okay? I'm still up 55,000 because I've been building and building and building it. And for the first time ever, I have losing trades. But that's, that's the nature of the beast, and that's something that's gonna happen, okay? Not every single trade is gonna be a winner. So I kind of wanted to have like an emergency session for Bitcoin and crypto news and kind of like go over this thought process of what I was like planning to talk about for days. So does this make sense to everybody? Does anybody have any questions about this? Okay, does anybody have any questions about this? Okay, so if you guys happen to have money in your accounts, this is an opportunity when I look to buy. Okay. Any strategies for getting cash in exchanges faster? No. I don't think so. Okay. I do not think so. So someone says, how do I find reversals? And I wouldn't even look for reversals. So there's like two ways to trade it. Like one way is look for buying pressure and reversals. And another way is just to say, hey, you know what? I think it's gonna reverse, okay? Because by the time if you're looking, so we can look at a couple charts here. So let me go into, so I'm hoping that Bitcoin goes lower. I want Bitcoin to go lower. If Bitcoin goes lower, I'm gonna lose more money. But I predicted 9,000 before 25,000. Yeah, but you can't use it. You can't put much on your credit card, and the fees are ridiculous. So here's Bitcoin, right? We got up to 20,000. That's the day the futures were listed. Okay, buying opportunities. Usually, what happens is we overshoot key levels. So this was a key level, 11,000. Obviously, psychologically, 10,000 is a huge level, right? Let me get a color that works here. So 10,000 is a huge level. Okay. 8,000, 6,000, and then I don't think we'll ever go to 3,800. So maybe layer into some here. Like if I wanted to establish long positions, the amount of the velocity to the downside is so much. I don't think this is a bad level to buy Bitcoin. So I would personally be looking to buy Bitcoin here, maybe at like 6,900 ish. And then maybe 38. I don't think we'll ever get to 3,800 again. That's actually, so these are the levels. Let me kind of look at Ethereum here. Let me go to Ethereum. So you got to come up with your own shopping list of what you like. I can't tell you what you should purchase, okay? This looks exactly the same, okay? So this is a level here in Ethereum. Right here, okay, around the 750 level. So first layer in Ethereum here. Second layer would be around 500. Then I don't think it ever gets to 300 again. Okay, so I think this is a level in Ethereum. Okay, always having, we talk about this as having. I personally like layering in at 3 levels. Okay, if you layer in here, you hope they go down. You hope it goes to here. Then you hope it goes to here. I want to establish a long-term position in this. Let's look at one more chart, and then I'll kind of show you my book that I haven't really showed you guys before. Let's look at, what do I want to look at? I've looked at Ethereum. I've looked at. Let's look at Litecoin. And Litecoin will be my presentation on Friday. So Litecoin from 420 to 140. Okay. So, the only thing I'm mad at is that I don't have money this second to purchase stuff. It's the only thing I'm mad at. Okay. Because I would be putting money to work today. Okay. I would be putting maybe 30 to 50,000 to work today. So Litecoin, I like the level here. Okay. Then I like the level here. And then I like the level here. Okay. So what you guys got to say to yourself is, Warren Buffett, who's not a big fan of cryptos, he said, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. Is that what it says or something like that? So like today, I think represents an unbelievable opportunity to get into some of these cryptos, okay? And they're all down the same basically. So you need to go through your own personal shopping list or watch list of which ones you like. I know Mr. S did one on Cardano. He doesn't like it. Maybe you'll trust his opinion, his advice. You don't like it, okay? All the cryptos, okay? So like, let's say the top 30 names are down 33%, right? Over the next 6 months, this correlation will never ever be this straight lined, right? So if you look at like the crypto space, it's just everything's down the same, okay? over the next 6 months, there's going to be ones that outperform other ones. There's going to be ones that underperform other ones. The goal is to figure out which cryptos are going to outperform. Okay, and you want to get into those. So I have my list, and I'll show you my portfolio here. And then I have a couple minutes left. So Litecoin, guys, I will be presenting on Friday. I felt like I needed to have an emergency. Hey, relax. If you like cryptos, this is good, guys. This isn't bad. Because this means you can buy cheaper, okay? If you're buying Litecoin at $350, like I have a really good friend who's an engineer in Michigan, and he just buys stuff every single day. It's like, it's so easy. You just make $1,000 every day. No, you're doing it the wrong way. You wait for these sell-offs, okay? And these were prices as of yesterday, okay? So they're probably a little bit off here, but let me just go to this real quick. Let me just go to one thing. Okay. So here is my total book of everything I have. Okay. So what we have here is, and this is as of yesterday, so I'm sure it's down a little bit more here. This is my coin. Okay, so these are all my coins. These are all my holdings. This is my initial price, and this is current price, and then here's my P&L. So you can tell, AK has gotten zinged a little bit in the last couple of days. The last 2 trades I took are down $10,000, and that's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I still believe in the long term, but I've been getting zinged a little bit on this. So you can go down here and you can see my total P&L. So I'm still up 53,000, and I have about 100,000 at risk. Okay, so basically, if you backed out the math of that, I have invested total 45,000, and I've doubled my trading account. Okay, this was a lot better before 116. This was like 112 when I got into this. Okay, so if I remove this, I probably had not that much. So started at 45. I still double my account, okay, but I'm just hoping it goes lower so I can put some more money in here. So if all cryptos go to zero, I lose about, I'll lose 100,000 on paper, but 55 is that profit that I've never seen, never spent. Okay, so this is how much I have at risk if everything goes to absolute zero. Okay, and this is your Bitcoin and crypto news of the day, guys. And you gotta understand that these cryptos can all go to zero. Okay, but I think today represents a really, really good opportunity to get in. If you guys aren't getting anything that you paid for, all you have to do is email Raphael. He takes care of every customer email. There's the email address. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for 1 minute of questions here. If you guys have any questions, but what you guys gotta understand, 2 things. Number 1, every crypto can go to zero. Mark my words, I'm saying it today. Number 2, this is a great time to purchase more. Someone says, you pull out your initial investment. I had a bunch of cryptos that 10x, 5x, 10x, and I guess maybe I got a little greedy. And I didn't take out my initial investment, but such is life. Okay, I'm very bullish on the space, but I'm also a realist that has seen the financial crisis of 2008. I've seen myself short the market in 2009 when the futures were 666. I've seen so many things out there over time that I realize that it's. Can you share your portfolio? I will send my portfolio to members of the trading room only. I'll send my portfolio to members of the trading room only. So if you're a member of the trading room, I will send you my portfolio. If you're not, I'm not sending it to you. Sorry. Okay. So 2 main principles. Litecoin, guys, we're gonna move till Friday. I feel like I needed to have an emergency session with you guys and say, take a deep breath. It's actually really good that the cryptos are down. This gives me an opportunity to buy more of them because I want to buy more. But I screwed up. I don't have cash in the exchanges right now. And that's something I messed up that I won't have in the future. So I watched Bitcoin futures trading 96.10. I hope they go to 8,000. Because if they go to 8,000, then I will get other cryptos at a cheaper price point. All right, that's it for me, guys. Mark's gonna take you through the next portion of the day. We have a special webinar tonight with Mark. I will put the link in here. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later.